Hello everyone, you are watching Stray Orders and this is Anant. Let's learn Ruby. Welcome to the exciting world of Ruby. We will be learning how to write basic code, variables, conditional statements and more. It might seem difficult at first, but don't worry, we will guide you step by step. Click on the arrow or press the right key to go to the next slide. Okay, so getting started, what is Ruby? Ruby is a programming language widely used to develop web applications. Its role is very similar to that of PHP and Python. Ruby used for building web application systems. Getting started, the famous hello world. Okay, puts. So let's run your first Ruby code. You will see some characters are being displayed in the console. If you write puts hello world in Ruby, the character after puts will be printed to the console. So index.rb is the file and puts hello world. Okay, this is the input and this is the output. Okay, fine. So then Ruby syntax and strings are there. So a sequence of characters like hello world is known as a string. A string needs to be enclosed in single quote or double quotes, else there will be an error. Let's see. So strings in quotes, index.rb extension, enclose strings in single or double quotes, puts hello world, puts hello Ruby, like that. If you will do something like that, it will be an error. Error code is index.rb, puts hello world, must enclose strings in quotes. Okay, fine. So then puts is one of the many commands Ruby has to offer. It tells the computer to print some text to the console. Note that a space is required between puts and the strings. Okay, so here index.rb puts and there is a space and hello world. So prints the text following the puts command. What puts do? Puts is printing the text following the puts command. Okay, and then hello world is printed. When this thing happens, then hello world is printed. Okay, fine. Then there are comments. So adding an hashtag at the beginning of a line will make the entire line a comment. A comment is a piece of code that will not be executed, so you can use it to leave notes. Now here in code, index.rb file puts hello world and this hashtag, this is a comment, and comments are ignored by the compiler. By that compiler is a system software, okay, that converts your high level language into the machine code, zeros and ones, right? Okay, so and this is the, in hello world there is no output for the comment. Okay, so it is showing that thing. Fine. So then we have integers. So you can use numbers like integers in programming. Unlike strings, they don't need to be enclosed in quotes. You can do additions and subtractions with them just like you do in math. So for example, see index.rb file puts 2 plus 3, puts 7 minus 4. Easier to read code with spaces. So spaces makes it very easy to read the code. Okay, so then we in the output we get 2 for puts 2, 5 for puts 2 plus 3, and 7 minus 4 for puts 7 minus 4, it's 3. Okay, fine. So let's see. Okay, then strings, what is the difference between strings and integers? Strings and integers are interpreted differently in programming. For instance, double quotes open 3, double quotes close is a string, whereas 3 is an integer. Furthermore, the output of 5 plus 2 will become 7, but double quotes open 5 plus double quotes quote will say stay as it is, since it will be interpreted as a string. Okay, so puts 5 plus 2 will give you 7, while puts 5 plus 2 will give you 5 plus 2. Okay, 7 the result of addition and 5 plus 2 a string, 5 plus 2. Okay, so then we have some more calculations. So other than plus and minus operators, there are three more basic operators in Ruby. The operator asterisk is used for multiplication, and forward slash is used for division. You can also calculate the remainder of a division, that is modulus mod, using percentage. Then we have in index r.b, like puts 3 multiplied by 5, puts 6 divided by 2, and puts 9 mod 2. So what will happen then? It will give 3 multiplied by 5 will give 15, 6 divided by 2 will give 3, and 9 mod 2, that is 2 fours are 8, remainder is 1, so remainder of the division is 1. Yeah, fine. So then let's see. So string concatenation is there. The plus operator that we used before also lets us to combine strings. Combining strings is known as string concatenation. Like in the images below, hello plus ruby becomes a single string, hello ruby. So index.rb file puts hello plus joins these two strings. One string is hello, other is ruby. It will join both the strings. It will make it hello ruby. So this is it. Okay, now difference between strings and integers, part 2. So once again we can see the difference between integers and strings. Adding the strings within double quotes 3 and within double quotes 5 returns the concatenated string within double quotes 35, or I can say 35, while adding 3 and 5 returns the sum 8. So in one case we are putting 3 within double quotes plus 5 within double quotes, and in the other we are putting 3 plus 5 all together. So when we are putting within double quotes 3 plus within double quote 5, it is giving 3 5, that is a concatenated string, whereas when we are putting 3 plus 5, it is giving 8, that is the result of addition. Okay, so then after that we are coming to the variable. So what is a variable? So now we will learn about variables. You can think of a variable as a box where you can store a value. Also, the box of variable has a name which can be used to retrieve a value from the variable anytime. Variables are very important as they make programming a lot easier. So let's make sure you understand them. So this is the concept of variable. For example, here is a name, that is the variable name. I have created a box in which the value, the data, that is put with the string of John, and there is another variable with the name number, that is also a box in which data is an integer which is put the value of, which is given the value of 24. Okay, um, let's move on to the next slide. So defining a variable. So to use a variable we must define it first. Like in the image, variables are defined like variable underscore name is equal to value. In Ruby, is equal to does not mean that the values are equal. It means to assign the value on the right to the variable on the left. So in the C programming language, or in the, if you have worked upon several other programming language, it's the same case. So is equal to sign is used for assigning the values. Now note that variable names are not enclosed in double quotes. Okay, so this is the difference. I will tell you again. So assigning a value to the variable, so there is the name variable, and the value to be assigned is the string John, and it is being assigned to the name. This is already we have discussed previously, and here this is a new thing, that name does not requires any double end quotes. Okay, it does not require any double end quotes like the string requires. Okay, and this is the value, the string John, and it is being assigned to this variable name that is named as name. Okay, okay, fine. So using variables, is quite simple. For example, if you print out the name variable that has John as value, string John as the value, Ruby replaces a variable with its value like image in the center, so the output will be John. Okay, so we will discuss one by one. So for example, like index.rb is the file. Now name John, string John is being assigned to this name, and puts name will give you what is stored inside this name. Okay, so there are no double quotes, then you can ensure this is some variable, and puts name will give the value of name. So okay, so now name is equal to John, and we are putting John string, the name variable is replaced by the value John. Okay, so now what will come in the output is the John. Okay, because in the name value the John was there, and when we are putting name, then it is John, and we are putting John, so that John will directly come. So either way it is the same thing. Fine, there are some common mistakes. We have to be very careful not to put the variables in quote. We will simply interpret it as a string and print the variable. So name is equal to John, puts name, and now name was put into double quotes, and that's why name came out print. If it was not double quotes, John would have been printed because John was stored in the variable name. So string name is printed instead of the value of the name variable. Okay, so yeah. Fine. So far so good. And now we have to begin the exercise. So here we have to start defining my variable that stores a string. So let's say I keep that variable as name. Okay, and I assign it the value of Ken the Ninja. So it is a string. Ken the Ninja is a string. So I will put it like this: Ken the Ninja, and hopefully should work fine. So now I have to print the variable also. Okay, so for printing I will use puts, and I will put name, and it will get printed. Okay, there is no semicolon rules, we will come to know. So control plus enter, it is getting submitted. Yeah, congratulations. Okay, yeah, so that's all in this video. Stay tuned for the next video. Happy coding.